for questions. I'm about to share.
I wasn't calling you. It was I was trying to delete.
Cool. I'm going to share my presentation now. Oh, and I did it wrong. Just going to try that again.
I believe in you. You got this.
So it didn't show up that time either, huh?
No, it showed like getting into the teams. It looked like there was a tab that may have been a slides, like, oh, nope. Yeah, like the Google Slides tab. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah. Do you not see this on your screen?
There we go. Now we can see it.
Beautiful. Thanks for the quick hiccup. I will go even faster now. Hi,
we don't have anybody directly after us, so you do have some wiggle room, just so that you know.
Well, great. Well, welcome to the Timberland Regional Library. I'm going to do a quick overview and then kind of show a highlight of some of the services we have, and hopefully something will be new to you that might be of use to you. So in case you don't know, TRL, Timberland Regional Library, covers 5 counties, about 7,000 square miles, which is pretty unique when it comes to libraries. We provide free services to residents, people who work in, and people who go to school in Grays Harbor, Mason, Thurston, Lewis, and Pacific counties. Across those, we have 29 branches now, as well as the Anywhere Library mobile fleet, which what they do is they set up stops in rural areas, sometimes residential communities, schools, parks, throughout the more isolated areas of our counties so that they can get services as well. So if you live or work out in an area where you're far away from a library, you might be able to get in touch with Anywhere Library to set up frequent stops for folks out there too. We do have 2 newish libraries, the West Olympia Library, which is in the Capitol Mall, and the Hawks Prairie Library, which are both open 7 days a week. So if you need assistance on Sundays, you can take advantage of that as well. So how to get a library card? Easiest way is to visit one of our branches with your photo ID. We can get you a card that way, but we do try to lower as many barriers as possible. If you're not able to prove your residence or working here, we can still get you an internet card that gives you access to all of our online resources. And then we'll try and work with you on what you can do to get a card that allows checkouts of physical materials. You can also apply for a card online as well through our website. So that's an option too. If you want to get started digitally before you can visit one of our libraries. I do want to mention really quick that we do have reciprocal agreements. So if you are a regular library card user, especially if you use Libby for downloadable ebooks and audiobooks, you might want to consider going to Seattle Public's website. You can get a card online with them if you show proof of your Timberland card and then access their whole collection as well. And then if you visit like systems like King County or Snow Isle, you can do the same and get ahead of the holds list a lot better that way. So one of our most used services would be our free computers, but even more than that, probably our free printing and copying. You get $44 worth of free printing every month, 10 cents a page black and white, 50 cents a page color. We also have free faxing and scanning as well. So people use that all the time, so definitely take advantage of that. Also free Wi-Fi, which we have turned on from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. every day. So even if the building is closed, you can still catch a Wi-Fi signal if you're close-ish to the building. One thing that people use a lot at the library are our free meeting rooms. If almost all of our locations have a meeting room that people can reserve for free, either by calling us, coming in, or on our website. You can make 2 advanced bookings per month. And then on the day, if you pop in and the room is available, you can also use it for a couple of hours on any given day also. And those are all free. You just can't do things in there that are for profits. But yeah, definitely take advantage of that if you're looking to host meetings, either just want to use the room yourself, or you have a book club or a knitting club, or whatever you might want to do, a family consultation. Those are options for you as well. General collection overview, we still buy tons of books like most people expect of us. Our collection leans towards newer materials, but we do have an interlibrary loan service where you can put in requests and we can track down pretty much whatever might exist physically for you and get it for you, and usually a pretty quick amount of time. Just a few highlights I want to do for the general collection. I mentioned Libby, which is where you're going to get ebooks or downloadable audiobooks, thousands of magazines for free through the library. So if you're one that is only paying for Audible right now, you might want to consider not doing that at some point. We also, is that a question? Okay. Also, I wanted to mention Canopy, which is a streaming movie service that you get access to. We have Discover Passes that you can check out, all sorts of different things. Discover Passes kind of lead me to our growing library of things. This is a kind of a strange collection, but with all sorts of stuff that we've put together, usually with partners. We've got things like birding backpacks that come with binoculars, field guides, a Discover Pass, so you can kind of take yourself or your family out for an adventure, stargazing backpacks, light therapy lamps. At our Tumwater location, there's a bunch of different musical instruments that you can check out, Blu-ray players, all sorts of fun things through the Library of Things collection. And we're always looking to add new stuff if you have ideas for kits or things you think might be fun to check out for free from the library. In addition to all of that physical stuff, we do subscribe to a lot of different databases that you get free access to with your library card. We have dozens of them. Some of the most popular, Consumer Reports, which is obviously still the only reliable and good consumer review website you can get that isn't biased. They also have a lot of other great info on there too about like financial fraud, improving your credit rating, things like that. You get free access to LinkedIn Learning, which has all kinds of classes, pretty much any sort of tech related or website or web design related topic you can think of. There are classes in there for beginner to experts. You get free access to the Olympian digitally on your computer. You can read the full photo image of that day's paper each day for free through the library. Ancestry, Morningstar, and Value Line investments portals. And if you're looking to learn a language, Mango Languages is also free for you. I recognize I'm going very fast, but I want to give you chances for questions. And then one thing which I'm a big part of at the library, specifically in Olympia, is I help put on the adult events here at the library. And we do events at all of our branches across all ages. And we try to have a good variety from fun to lifelong learning themed to more educational stuff as well. One thing I wanted to highlight here at Olympia is our Lantern Lights the Library series, which we do in partnership with Lantern Records Downtown every second Friday. We have usually 2 to 3 local or semi-local bands come in and put on a free all ages show. We bring in a full set of sound equipment and light equipment. It's a pretty wild time. At a show recently, we went outside into the parking lot and the band lit their drum kit on fire, which was a little precarious, but if you're someone that likes music and is curious about the local Olympia music scene, definitely check those out. But we have different book clubs, all kinds of different one-off events. We recently did a civics engagement series with some friends from the Secretary of State's office that was a lot of fun, that included trivia, all kinds of stuff you can find if you go to the events part of our website at trl.org. And then you can kind of filter it by library, depending upon where you live or what you want to do. But I'm biased, but I think Olympia does some of the best stuff in the district, so you should check us out. Real quick, want to mention tech help. We do help like in the moment in the library if people are having issues with whatever tech problems they're having. You can also do one-on-one tech appointments with staff at the Olympia and Lacey libraries. So if you or somebody you know is having a hard time getting a phone set up or navigating some certain employment portal or something like that, we can sit down and help you with that by appointment. We also have our Teen Tech Tutor program here at Olympia every first and third Friday, where clever teens get paired up with people needing tech help and can help them work through things. So that one's a lot of fun too. And then just quick, how to get more info, visit us, call whichever library you feel like calling. We do have a live chat on our website. You'll see a little red ticker flag that 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Saturday, you can talk to an actual library staff person to navigate whatever you might need, or you can email us and we usually get back to you in 24 to 48 hours. So I just raced through an awful lot. I did that presentation lickety split. I'm actually pretty pleased with the amount of time I took. So I'm happy to reiterate anything or answer any questions from you all. There's no such thing as a dumb question at the library, so don't be hesitant.
Okay, so last year when I was at this presentation, the biggest thing that made the hugest impact on my life is being able to sign up, like you talked about Audible and Libby, and then also being able to sign up for the Snohomish, like the Seattle Library. Will you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so we call those reciprocal cards. And we have agreements with pretty much every other library system on this side of Washington State. And so some of them you have to actually go in person, but some you can get online cards. So like King County, if you like travel up I-5, if you pop into any King County branch and show them your Timberland card, you can get a card with them and then add that card to your Libby app. Or if you use Canopy, add it to Canopy and then get all of their free credits as well. It's especially great for Libby because we have to buy copies and choose which titles to buy based on our budget. And those titles are exceedingly expensive. And King County and Seattle Public especially have very deep pockets. So almost all of the audiobooks I check out through Libby come from Seattle or King County. So take advantage. But I know Seattle Public allows you to do online cards. You just have to, I think, scan them a picture of your Timberland card and a picture of your photo ID. And then they'll give you a card number. And Snow Isle also does online cards. But the others, I think nearby, I think you have to actually go inside. But I've got, I think, 7 library cards in my Libby app. It's definitely a good way to make the most out of your library card dollars, for sure.
Yeah, I hardly use Audible at all anymore. Like I kind of feel guilty for having a subscription because, well, my husband uses all those credits now, but I get so much just from Libby, like just through the libraries. It's awesome.
That's good to hear. I mean, there are some things that are Audible exclusive, so that's frustrating. We can't get our hands on them, but for the most part, you can get almost all that stuff from us. Gary, I see you've got your hand raised. Did you want to ask a question?
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, do you know if it works in the other direction as well? Can I take my Tacoma Public Library card into the Tacoma Public Library and request a TRL card?
So not quite. So if you live in Tacoma and have a Tacoma Public card, you are eligible to get a card with us. You can't like have it sent to you in Tacoma. You would either have to come visit one of our branches, or you can also use, if you go to our website, trl.org, you can, and go to the Get a Library Card page, you could do the online card. It'll just treat you like you're an online patron. So you'll be able to get, you'll get a number and you'll be able to access all the digital stuff. You just won't be able to like check out physical things if you came into one of our libraries proper. But yeah, you can skip the drive and get online access through our website. Totally.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions about the library?
Talk to me about how to check out the Discover Pass. Like how many of those are available? That was another really cool thing that I learned. Like how do you check those out? And how long do you have access to it?
Totally. So there's kind of 2 different ways. We started having Discover Passes as part of some of the Library of Things backpacks that we put together. They would come with a Discover Pass, and those backpacks check out for 3 weeks. But then mostly we found that people really just wanted that Discover Pass a lot of the time. So we were able to negotiate it from the state, and we have, I think, something like 30 or 40 Discover Passes just in the collection. And you can actually place those on hold on our website, and they'll get sent to whichever library you want to pick up. But the individual Discover Passes, I'm pretty sure, only check out for 1 week. So you want to kind of time it for when you plan on using it. But also, we don't charge overdue fines anymore. So if it stays at your house longer than 7 days, as long as you bring it back at some point, you're going to come out of it okay. But if you like snag one of those backpacks, you'd have it for 3 weeks if that's important to you. Yeah, those are pretty cool. Those are quite popular. And we have so many of the Discover Passes now that you can usually get one pretty fast. But one thing to know is that we're always around for whatever questions you might have. If you want a refresher on anything I talked about or anything pops in, I mean, basically what we do is if we aren't able to answer your question, we figure out who's going to be able to answer your question. And so don't hesitate to ask us anything. Take advantage of what we got. Ooh. Does TRL have entrepreneurship gatherings or classes? Yes, sort of, sometimes. So we'll put on different classes. We actually have, this might be a good, I'm not sure where you might live, but coming up at the Lacey Library on September 15th, which is a Monday, it's in the afternoon. I can't remember the exact time, but it's at the Lacey Library. The folks from Data Axle, which is this really great business statistics and entrepreneurship database that we subscribe to. That database is all about researching market statistics, demographics, consumer lifestyle snapshots. It's for like people that are trying to open up a business, that are trying to research competitors or what parts of town might be able to support their business. But the folks that actually run that database are doing an event at the Lacey Library on the 15th of September to kind of dig into how to make use of that database. And that database is one of the primary things that we talk about here at Olympia. We do regular classes with Enterprise for Equity, that organization, which is all about people trying to start their own business. And so that might be a really good thing to go to if you live in the Lacey area. Here at Olympia, they're not announced yet, but in October, we're going to be doing some classes geared towards, we're going to do kind of like a library, a general version of our Enterprise for Equity business class. And that's also something, if you live near Olympia or Lacey, you could set up a one-on-one class and we could kind of walk through and show you some of our business entrepreneurship resources. But it's good to know there's an interest for more like formalized classes, because that's something we've been thinking about doing here at Olympia for sure. Did that answer your question decent enough? I can expand.
No, that's absolutely awesome. Thank you.
Cool. You're welcome.
Well, we want to thank you, Zach, for that wonderful, great information on this presentation. A lot of information we found out about Timberland Library, and thank everyone who attended as well. We love to hear your feedback and more questions. Also, here's the link